Ladies and gentlemen, I do have an announcement to make before I begin anything here. This will be the last time you see this pop up on this channel. There's a reason I'm saying this. Is because as of today I'm quitting this. I'm going to finish this off, and when I do, it's going in the garbage. I'm also going to be taking every device, any leftover juice, which I don't have much, every coil, it's all going in the trash today. I've come to a decision that I'm not going to let it rule my life. I'm always saying, take care of yourselves and each other. And just recently, within the past month, I changed up my diet. I wanted to eat much healthier than I have, and I've done it. I've had some moments where I've cheated here and there. I don't typically have cheat days. I just have like one thing here, one thing there, nothing else. And I've said to do it that way because I want to have you around a little longer. Never once thinking that maybe you want me around a little longer. And so, I've decided I'm going to do things much different. The decision was mine, and mine alone. And I'm a little happier for it. So, why don't we get down to it and see if this brand new month, which it is, it's the first day of a brand new month. Why don't we see if maybe we're all turning over some new leaves? How about that? So, instead of your typical rune casting Wednesday, I do have the runes there. I also have tarot cards, and I'm just going to pull 4 of them. One for us, one for our past, one for our present or present action, and one for our potential outcome here. And we're going to see how all of this shakes out. How about that? Sound good? Alright, let's get to it. Starting with us, the moon in reverse. So while things seem a little scary, while things may seem a little uncertain, the fact of the matter is that it's not as uncertain as we think, and it's not as scary as we think. In fact, it should be enjoyable, that process. It should be something that we move into. This is a brand new phase. It's always darkest right before the dawn, and we're seeing dawn about to break. Now, in the past, we've experienced a lack of partnership. We've felt partnerships dissolve, and that's also a scary thing. That scares us more than anything, is this being alone. But the fact of the matter is, what I can see is, are you being alone with someone? Not necessarily alone. Being alone is not the worst thing in the world. Many times you're with your thoughts, you're with your feelings, your expressions, and you can kind of be yourself with yourself. But with this other person, you just didn't feel like you could be yourself. You know, you couldn't be with them because you couldn't be your me with them. See what I'm saying? So it's not a scary thing for those partnerships or those relationships to end. What's scarier is being in them and being completely alone. Still just having to hide who you are. Present action. No more balancing act for you. Now before, this was a constant juggling of things, but there's no more of that with you. What this is telling us so far is to be 100% genuine, moving into the next phase where the time for rest is over. A lot of reversals today. A lot of them. Let's have a look at the runes and see what's going on there. And again, we'll just start with you, with me, with everyone else. So, we've got day gods. Remember, I said it's always darkest just before the dawn. Here is that dawn. We also have Hagalars. This is the struggle you've been undergoing because being with that person has not really been conducive to you being you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you're not sometimes. What's really important is that you're able to be comfortable in your own skin with that other person, or in that relationship, whatever it is. Now, onward to this juggling act, we also have Lagoos. This is time for you. If you look right behind him, there's a flowing river there, or a flowing sea. It's time to get into that flow. You're going to have to figure out what your flow is and really just kind of let yourself go with it. And finally, with that Four of Swords, we have Ansus. It's all about breathing and communication. And so far, the biggest summary to this is you do have to be 100% genuine. You got to be who you are. It doesn't always mean that you have to be who you are and be a dick about it. It just means you have to be who you are. And so you really have to explore that, and you can't do that with someone who's holding you back. Okay? But this one, we're looking at mostly taking care of the mental health side of things. You cannot drive yourself crazy with someone else. You can't let someone else drive you crazy. Likewise, you cannot drive them crazy. And if that's the recipe in your current situation, perhaps it's time to just move on. Give yourself that breathing room. Let go of the control and see where life just kind of takes you. You might be surprised. Sometimes you do kind of have to let things come to you. You can't always go and, look for that next thing. But that next thing has to be what comes naturally to you. It has to feel natural and it has to feel real. You have to be able to exhale as well as inhale. If you cannot do either, you're not breathing. You're not communicating. And you're certainly not doing yourself any good. So this once, try not to seek it out. Be you. Be that light that you want to see in the world. Really express that dawning moment. You will be that energy that you want to attract. That's the entire reading right here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this in the can and get this out to you. Got Rune of the Week coming up. I will not have, there will not be a full-scale Friday because I have to work early that day. But there also won't be a live stream this weekend. I've decided to kind of just take a little time off. Take a little time for myself. Get a little breather in. That Ansus moment. It is my sincerest hope that you do too. Too often I've kind of found myself stuck at my computer all Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do that this Saturday. I think I'm going to get out there and explore a little bit. I think I'm going to just go out and get some air. Weather permitting, of course. Or maybe, just maybe, I'll begin painting some more miniatures, making a little more, maybe making a few more dungeon tiles. Who knows? You never know with me. But I do want to do something that doesn't require me sitting at the computer my entire day. And so this will be carrying you through till next week, where we will resume normal operations, I think. I hope. Just remember, I love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I want you to always do what lights you up. If you find yourself in the dark, don't worry, your dawn is coming. You may have to help it along, but it will come. And as always, shine on.